Inside the peaceful health clinic, Dustin was drinking with the one-eyed old man when the phone suddenly rang. Hello? Dustin! President Dahlia is in danger. Hurry over and help. Lyra's voice screamed from the other end. Danger? What happened? Dustin's brow furrowed. It's all because of you. President Dahlia was worried about your safety, so she personally went to negotiate with Trevor Spanner. She hasn't come out since. Something must have gone wrong. Lyra's voice was urgent. Nonsense! I told her this was my business. Why did she go and interfere? Dustin's face darkened. Dustin, do you have no conscience? President Dahlia did this to save you. Lyra shouted angrily. Where is she? The Dre group. I'm on my way. Without another word, Dustin hung up and rushed out the door. Meanwhile, inside the Dre group, Dahlia leaned weakly against the couch, her head spinning and her hair soaked with sweat. The after effects of the drink were kicking in, making her limbs feel limp. She could barely stand. The worst part? Her phone and bag had been confiscated at the door. She couldn't even call for help. What should she do? Just as she was trying to think of a way out, the office door creaked open again. Trevor Spanner walked in leisurely, wearing only a bathrobe. Why are your clothes still on? Do I have to take them off for you? His eyes scanned her up and down like a predator sizing up prey. In his eyes, Dahlia was a ripe, juicy peach, exuding a dangerous allure. Trevor, you better not touch me. I've made arrangements. If I don't come out in 30 minutes, my people will call the police. They're probably on the way already, Dahlia warned. Oh? Trying to scare me? Trevor sneered. You think I got to where I am by being afraid of cops? I've got people inside the precinct. You think they'll do anything to me? Dahlia's expression changed. She had assumed her precautions would keep her safe, but clearly, she'd underestimated him. Give it up. No one can save you now. If you don't want to die, get on your knees and start sucking. Trevor growled, closing in. Don't come any closer. In a final act of resistance, Dahlia grabbed a pair of scissors from the desk. You bitch! Don't know what's good for you. Trevor lost it and knocked her out with a punch. Then his massive frame pressed down on her. With one strong yank, he tore her clothes, revealing her pale thighs and slender waist. Just as he reached out, bang! The door burst open with a thunderous crash. A tall, handsome man strode in, radiating killing intent. His eyes were fierce, like those of a man ready to devour someone. Who the hell are you? You dare ruin my fun? Trevor stood up, face twisted in fury. Dustin didn't say a word. He simply took off his jacket and gently covered Dahlia's body. In that moment, the semi-conscious Dahlia felt a familiar presence surrounding her, a sense of safety washing over her like a warm tide. Trevor Spanner, right? I'm the one who beat up your son. Now tell me, any last words? Dustin's voice was cold as steel. So it's you. Trevor let out a savage laugh. You're a dead man walking. You come here alone, into my turf, thinking you can walk out alive? As he spoke, he reached under the table and pressed a button. Ring! 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 An ear-piercing alarm blared. Within moments, it was like poking a hornet's nest. A flood of thugs came rushing in from every direction, swarming toward the office. In no time, the entire place was packed. Dozens, maybe even hundreds of men, black-clad and armed. And more kept coming. Heard you can fight, huh? Trevor sneered. Even if you can take on 20 guys, so what? I've got 200 brothers here. Let's see how tough you are. Strength meant nothing against such overwhelming numbers. You were prepared, I see. Dustin scanned the crowd calmly. But if I want you dead, no one here can stop me. Arrogant bastard! Let's see how strong you really are. Kill him, Trevor shouted, and his men drew their weapons. Stop! A thunderous voice echoed from the stairwell, followed by gunshots. Bang! 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 The sound froze everyone in place. The crowd instinctively parted. An elderly man in a traditional Chinese outfit walked in with dignity, flanked by several armed bodyguards. Chairman Hunter? What brings you here? Trevor's face changed, quickly replaced with a forced smile. This was the president of the Swinton Business Association, one of the city's 3 major power players. A man whose mere presence could shake Swinton. Out of my way! Hunter Anderson didn't even look at Trevor. He walked straight up to Dustin and asked urgently, Mr. Rhys, are you all right? I'm fine. What are you doing here? Dustin asked, surprised. I heard you were in danger and rushed over. Thank heavens I made it in time. Hunter Anderson wiped his brow, visibly shaken. If anything happened to this man on his turf, he'd be finished too. You two know each other? Trevor's eyes widened in disbelief. Bastard! Hunter Anderson flew into a rage and slapped Trevor across the face. Who the hell do you think you are? How dare you mess with Mr. Rhys? You've got a death wish, huh? Trevor was stunned, unable to believe it. From what he'd investigated, Dustin was a nobody with no background. How could he have someone like Hunter Anderson backing him? Could it be he'd been hiding his true identity all along?
And just can't accept it. This can't be the end yet. You promised to never leave, and now you're gone. Can't believe I can feel the world slipping away as you slowly fade from my everyday. You promised forever a love without end, but now I'm left broken, struggling to mend. I thought we were so tight, destined for a lifetime, love with no end, love with no end. Staying in my imagination, memorizing the past time, the secrets, the love, the care. Now they're echoes in the air. I still see your face in every place, feel your warmth, your gentle grace. But now there's just an empty space, and I'm lost in this endless chase. Keeping you in my heart, a piece of you I'll never let go. Though distance brings separation, in